Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Reftaco, and today we're back with another video, and week 3 is here. The first 2 weeks are in the books. We really got a good feel on what these teams are going to be like this year, at least a feel of how they are early in the season. Last week was not a good week for predictions. I think the worst I've ever had. 8-8 on the season, 21-11. Yeah, let's just get right into week 3 picks. Start off with Thursday night football between the Patriots and the Jets. When you look at the Jets, it wasn't a perfect game last week, but you got a win. You got an okay win. You beat a team in the Titans that, they might be a little something. They aren't, bottom of the barrel. When you look at the other side, the Patriots, they've played 2 games where they look very solid. They look very competitive. It was a very close matchup with the Seahawks, something that I think not a lot of people expected. I really like what I saw from the Patriots, but at the end of the day, the Jets, they're built better. I think that they're a better team. They're going to get this win on Thursday night. It's going to be 19-13. A little bit of a lower scoring fest, Thursday night football. I do think that the Jets, they're going to come out on top. Aaron Rodgers, I just trust the Jets more than the Patriots. I feel like at some point, it's not going to be great for the Patriots because they weren't good last year. What's telling me that they're going to just automatically be better somehow? And you've got the Giants and the Browns. When you look at the Giants, they played a good game of football last week. Did they win? No. Did it look like week 1? No. They looked like a competent football team. Malik Neighbors seems like he'll be that go-to for Daniel Jones, and it seems like he'll be the guy. To be honest, if they had a kicker, they would have won last week. But their kicker was out, and now they do have a kicker. When you look at the other side at the Browns, it was definitely an improvement from week 1, especially defensively. Would I say that the Browns are all fixed now? No. There's still some issues. The offense only put up 16 points last week, got a safety, but it was a little bit better. And when you're playing a team like the Giants, a little bit better is enough that you need. I have the Browns getting a win here, 20-16. It'll be a solid game, but I just think that the Browns are going to be a better team on Sunday, yeah. And you got the Eagles and the Saints in the Dome. When you look at the Eagles, it was bad. It was bad last week, okay? Hurts, he didn't look great. The coaching was horrendous, as always. As always, man. It's disgusting. When you look at the Saints, they're clicking. They're firing on all cylinders. That is a scary team. That's a team that could really do something if they keep this up, not to the pace that they have been, because that's just not really possible. But I think that they're going to be a really good offensive team. With that being said, I've never picked against the Eagles, besides like last year, but that's an anomaly. Of course you were going to pick against the Eagles then. So, yeah, I'm going to have them win 35-31, because probably the only way that it's going to happen is if we out-offense their offense. I don't know why I'm picking it. If I'm a normal person, I'm picking the Saints. But, I'm not a normal person. Yeah. Go Birds. You got a very solid matchup in somewhere between the Vikings and the Texans. When you look at the Vikings, they also looked really solid last week. You beat a really good team in the 49ers. I think that the Vikings really are something. The Sam Darnold disrespect, I said it whenever I was ranking the quarterbacks. I don't get why everybody hated Sam Darnold. Is he great? No, but he's fine enough. The team, it's coming together. It's looking pretty decent. Vikings, they can be a team this year. On the other side, you're looking at the Texans. It was a little bit sloppy in the second half against the Bears, but your defense played good. They shut down Caleb Williams, and I think that defense could be a really solid piece. And obviously, we know what the Texans' offense is. These are 2 great teams, but overall, I'm going to go with the team that I feel like has more experience winning, and that's the Houston Texans. I know they're a young team. I have them winning 28-24. I just think that the Texans, they know what they're doing in these close, high-octane games. I think that they'll just come out on top. Yeah. And you got the Broncos and the Bucs. When you look at the Broncos, it was not good offensively last week. 6 points. Bo Nix. He's young. He's going to go through some struggles. Was it great, though? It was not. That was pretty obvious. You scored 6 points last week. That's not a lot of points. On the other side, when you look at the Bucs, this is another team that's really firing. Beat a super good Lions team last week. Put up 37 on the Commies week 1. This is a good team. I think that them and the Saints are going to be really good this year. I mean, we're seeing it. With that being said, one team is clearly better than the other, and that's the Tampa Bay Bucs. I have them winning 23-13. I think that the defense of the Broncos will keep them in a little bit, not a lot, but 23-13, it'll be respectable for Denver, and that's kind of what you want, because you're not really going to win this game. Then you got the Packers and the Titans. When you look at the Packers, it was Malik Willis in there last week, and he looked pretty good. Yeah, they gave the ball to Josh Jacobs and a little bit of Emmanuel Wilson about every play, but when Malik Willis had to make a play, he did. His center puked on the ball, and he still made a play. When you look on the other side at the Titans, has Will Levis done great? No. But the team, it doesn't look like a dumpster fire. All right? And that's a positive thing. Okay? They look like they could become something. Will Levis is still, it feels like, the missing piece that I don't really know if it's going to come together. I hope it does for the sake of the Titans. I don't know if it will. With that being said, the first 2 weeks for the Tennessee Titans, they lost 24-17. So let's keep the train rolling. Packers, 24-17. I really like what we saw from the Packers. I don't know if Jordan Love will be back. I don't think he will be. This is if they have Malik Willis, but it'll just be a bigger win if they have Jordan Love. Yeah. Then you got the Bears and the Colts. When you look at the Bears, it wasn't a great win last week. Caleb Williams looked a little bit better, especially in the first half. His offensive line sucks, but you can't just blame everything on the offensive line. I know, because, my people do it all the time. With that being said, the Bears, I think that they are building something. It's going to be good. I don't know about it right now. You're still developing Caleb Williams. With the Colts, Anthony Richardson, he seems like he's just going to be inconsistent. He seems like he's just throwing the ball down the field to throw the ball down the field. He's a Madden quarterback. He's a backyard football quarterback, but like the babysitter that was really old and that could really kind of torch anybody if you wanted to. That's kind of what you think of when you think of Anthony Richardson. The Colts, I do think that they're a better team. I'll have them getting a 17-16 win. I don't know what to think of the Colts offense. I don't really know what to think of the Bears offense, but I think it'll be close. I think that the Colts will come out on top, though, and I think that it'll be a coaching thing. They have better coaches. And to round out the 1 o'clock slate, we have two teams that kind of lucked into being 2-0, the Chargers and the Steelers. They both had inferior opponents that they took care of, and you got to respect both teams for that. When you look at the Steelers, it seems like Justin Fields is going to be their guy. I don't know if Russ would have been back next week. I'm guessing he wouldn't have. I think he was inactive. But when you have Fields and he's performing enough, you're just going to keep rolling with the young guy. Yeah. When you look on the other side at the Chargers, you play the Panthers. What can I really say? Oh, yay. I mean, Quentin Johnston actually looked good. He looked like he might not be a bust. Besides that, what am I able to really say about them? But when you look at both of these teams, I think that the team that comes out on top is the Los Angeles Chargers, actually. I have them winning 21-13. I think that they will be a better team. I think that the Steelers on offense, they can sometimes just be a little stagnant. And I think that the Chargers will make them pay for that. Then you look at the 4 o'clock slate, starting with the Dolphins and the Seahawks. When you look at the Seahawks, it was a decent win last week. I think that it was an inferior opponent that you played down to. And you don't want to do that. But you got to win. You did what you need to do. The offense looked pretty good. Defense looked good enough. On the other side, the Dolphins. Tua, he's going to IR. It's going to be Skylar Thompson in there this week. I think that it'll be fine. I don't think it'll be great. I think that it'll be fine. When you look at the rest of the team, I mean, just give the ball to Tyreek and maybe Devon Achane. Defense did not look good against the Bills, but I think that they will figure it out. With that being said, I have the Seahawks winning this game 26-20. Dolphins are without their quarterback. And yeah, the Seahawks, they're a nice clicking team, it feels like, when they get stuff right. And it seems like early in the season, they've been getting stuff right. Then you got the Panthers and the Raiders. I don't know what to say. The Raiders got a really good win last week against the Ravens. They did really well. Daniel Carlson, that's my guy. Drafted him in every fantasy league I could because of what he did for me in 2021. And he balled out. Minshew did pretty well. Devontae Adams did really well. On the other side, the Panthers. I feel sorry, man. It's Andy Dalton starting this week, and honestly, I don't think that stuff is going to get much better. 24-7 in favor of the Raiders. You know that your team is bad when the number's getting messed up because the score is a single digit. I never predict a single digit score. But that's what I'm going to have to do, man. This is a bad team. I hope that they figure it out. I just don't think that they will. 24-7 Raiders. And you got the Rams and the Niners. When you look at the Rams, they're losing Cooper Kupp. They've already lost Puka. It's going to be the Kyren show. And I'm all here for it. Okay? I think that Kyren can really produce. They're going to probably get Blake Corum in there a little too. But their passing game is stagnant. And their defense, it did not look good against the Cardinals. When you look at the Niners, it wasn't great last week. But the Vikings are a good team. I think they'll be able to bounce back. Week 1 was great. Just imitate that. You know, it's that simple for the Niners. I do think that the Rams can give them a little bit of a scare. But I have the Niners coming out on top 26-24. It'll be close. It'll be a little bit high scoring. I would say entertaining. But I have the Niners coming out on top. You got the Lions and the Cardinals in Arizona. I really don't know what to think of this game. When you look at the Lions, it wasn't great last week. You lost. That's not good. You lost. But the Bucs are a very good team. You'll be able to get back to it. And I still think that the Lions are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best. When you look at the Cardinals, they looked great. Week 1, they looked pretty good. I mean, the Bills are just a super good team in general. That's what I feel like I've seen. In week 2, you looked even better against the Rams. I'm scared of what this offense can do. But with that being said, at the beginning of the season, the Cardinals over the Lions sounded too severely weird that I just can't do it. I have the Lions winning 27-24. It'll be close. It'll be entertaining. But I think that the Lions are just a team that can go out there and get it done. Yeah, Lions. You got two teams that severely disappointed last week in the Cowboys and the Ravens. When you look at the Cowboys, it was bad. It was bad against the Saints. The Saints did whatever they wanted to the Cowboys. The defense obviously didn't look good. It looked good in week 1. The offense, Brandon Aubrey looks great. Nobody else looked amazing. I mean, CD looks fine, which I guess is, okay, CD looks fine. Ooh. Of course he does. He's CD Lamb. On the other side with the Ravens, it was a solid, it was not a solid. I don't know what I was talking about. The Ravens didn't look great. You know, they got a lead. They were able to kind of control the game, and they just let it slip away from them. Their offense was stagnant in the fourth quarter, and their defense cannot stop Gardner Minshew. With that being said, both these teams look bad, but I don't like the Cowboys, so give me the Ravens 23-19. You know, Aubrey will still get 4 of his field goals in because he's Brandon Aubrey, but I think that the Ravens, they're going to find something this week. They're going to find their mojo. They're going to find They're going to find what they need to find because they're the Ravens. That's what they do. Ravens win. And it is Sunday night football in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm pretty sure it's the Falcons. It's the Chiefs. The Falcons, they won. I don't want to talk about it, but it was a great game from most of the people on that team. It looked a lot better than what they did in week 1. I'll tell you that. When you look at the Chiefs, they're the Chiefs. They find a way. The refs, whatever. They find a way to win. And that's what they're going to do again. It's not going to be a super close game. 28-18 in favor of the Chiefs. They find a way to win. And it's that simple. And they'll find it again. The run, the pass. They don't have Pacheco, but the pass, you have Patrick Mahomes. What are you going to do? Stop it? No. Chiefs win. Then the first of 2 Monday night games, it's a doubleheader, is the Jags and the Bills. When you look at the Bills, I really like this Bills team. They showed up against a good Cardinals team. At least it seems like it'll be a pretty good Cardinals team. And won. They did what they needed to do. They got a win, and then they went up against the Dolphins. Even before Tua was hurt, they were smoking them. Their defense looks really good, a lot better than I expected. And their offense, it honestly looks like it hasn't lost a step. When you look at the Jags, it's not been great. You're 0-2. That's not good. But they're going to find a way to right the ship. I think that they're still a decent team. With that being said, I think that the Bills are one of the best teams in football. I have them getting a 30-20 win, pretty even score here. Bills are a super good team. Jags, they'll find something, but they won't find enough to get a win here. And it is the last game of the week, the second of the doubleheaders, the Commies and the Bengals. The Bengals, they're 0-2 again. It looked better than in the past seasons where you go 0-2 and everybody's, complaining. You almost beat the Chiefs. You're a decent team in Cincinnati, and people know that. When you look at the Commies, they snuck by with a win last week against a not-so-great team. Do I think that that's going to come back and bite them? Well, yes, because I have them losing, but they would have lost if they lost or won or whoever they played anyways. I have the Bengals winning 24-19. Bengals, they're a good team. They'll find a way to come out on top. And I think that they'll get what they need back, that Chase Burrow connection. I think it'll be back. I think that they will be rolling. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you later. Peace.